Inner Quest explores various pathways through which you can connect with the infinite wisdom of the universe and apply it to personal, professional, and spiritual growth. This program, featuring accomplished practitioners, educators, and authors, is provided by Infinity Foundation, an innovative center for holistic studies and research. We invite you to share this journey with us.
Hello, welcome to Inner Quest. My name is Jay Stone, your host for today, and our guest is Joanne Farber. Welcome, Joanne.
Hi, thank you.
Joanne combines esoteric knowledge with art instruction, teaching brush strokes and colors, as well as the use of visualization, meditation, vocalization, and aromatherapy to free the artist within. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Why would we want to free the artist within?
Why? Because we all have a creative being inside of us that has to come out. Our child. It's our inner child.
And would you say the artist within expresses our creativity, and through creativity we move our consciousness and life forward? Everything
goes hand in hand. The method that I teach, the holistic art, and Shana Brucka is Holistic Art by Shana Brucka. And Shana Brucka is like my alter ego, and it means beautiful blessings. Mm-hmm. So what I teach is to find your harmony and the fusion and the awareness that is within us. And with those, that's the foundation. And from that foundation, we take the creativity of using vocalization, visualization, and meditation to expand the consciousness. It's finding our voice.
Okay. Well, let's get it down to a concrete level.
Sure.
Let's talk about your shirt. Now,
yes.
You mentioned before the show that you painted that.
Right.
Is there any specific message or meaning to the way the colors you chose, the shape, or you just kind of like channel it from the spirit?
A lot of it is channeled. This is actually some of my older type of work that I've done. When I first started it, it was a healing process for me. Mm-hmm. And a lot of spirits and guides came to me, and these are angels, and my angels are not your normal angels, the angelic type that you see. My angels are always reaching up to the sky or reaching up to the heavens to become one with the light.
And did you have a near-death experience by any chance?
Actually, I've had similar near-death experiences, but what I went through was 3 chronic illnesses. Mm-hmm. And I lost my soul with those chronic illnesses. I believe that when you have chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, and I had Raynaud's, and Raynaud's is when your outer extremities become cold and your inners are warm, you're losing your balance. Your balance is completely off. The chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia, you're in pain in many different ways, and yet you're asleep a lot.
And so how did, besides the temperature, cold extremities, warm interior, the fatigue, any other symptoms you experienced?
The experience was when it did happen to me, and I was in my 40s. That's why 50s are so great now. When I was in my 40s, I remember getting a tingling sensation, and it was like God zapped me. And it was just like a zap, and then it just went up my arm, and from there my whole life changed for 6 years. I was really bad.
And are you symptom-free now?
I'm totally pain-free, off medications. I've been off medications and pain-free for 10 years.
And what do your doctors say?
I'm a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a miracle to them. They don't understand it, but yet they accept it because they know that somebody doesn't have this, and I don't have to go in the office, and they don't have to treat me anymore. So it's good for that.
Have you met any other people who've been able to recover from these chronic illnesses? Because by definition, chronic means, you know, it's always going to be there.
Actually, I have. Through the internet, actually. And I've had people say, oh, I do the same thing. I do something creative, and I've channeled it to the point where I don't have this, I'm pain-free, and they've gone through alternative medicine, alternative healing, besides the traditional to get rid of what they had. And it's also, to me, a mental, you know, it's a mind, body, physical. Mm-hmm. And when something in a spiritual hits you, it can also hit you in a physical sense too.
Well, in the study of like energy medicine, they believe that you have to heal the energy body, because if you just treat the physical body, the disease will come back or go somewhere else. There's actually a very good, I believe he's an internist, David Weber, wrote a book about that, you know, about energy medicine.
And I strongly agree with that, because I was working with a therapist who just changed my life, that was doing the energy, teaching me how to use my body in an energetic way, and giving me these tools, and yet still researching in order to get myself better, because I did not want this anymore.
Well, let me show our audience a couple of... Am I holding this, or is there a right way to hold it?
There's no right or wrong when it comes to art.
Okay, if you can just kind of focus in on that. Is there anything, any specific message, or is this just kind of your... Because your paintings, your work seems so full of life and color, you know, they say like living a colorful life. You know, tell our audience about what they just saw.
That picture that you showed there is, I believe that's acrylics. I don't remember when I did that. I think that's acrylics. And that, at the time, when I'm looking at it now, I did that a while back. To me, that was just an opening. That's where I was at the time during my journey. And it's like an opening of a flower, and that's what that represents to me. My art has changed considerably over the years.
How so?
Now it's getting more into a abstract mosaic sort of looking way.
Okay.
In some aspects.
Okay. Well, let's
different.
Let's look at this one.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
What do you like
Actually,
about...
it goes the other way.
This way here?
That way, yes.
Okay. Tell our audience, well, it looks like a woman in this picture.
Well, Pachamama is Mother Earth. When you do healing, when you want to get rid of your energies, you lay into the earth, and the earth, Mother Pachamama, will take your energies away. And plus, it's a very sensual picture, because that's the feminine.
Well, she seems very relaxed.
And it's a very relaxed, laid back. And it's just being. It's just being true and just being who you are, and it's just being one with the earth and the universe.
Okay, so you teach workshops, and you see clients privately? I have.
I've seen many clients.
And do you try to help your clients or your students express through art?
Yes, I do. Yes. I didn't bring one of their pieces, but I've worked with many different types of people. I've worked with clinical psychologists, actually. I've worked with people who have just seeked me out and said,
well, what happens, like somebody says, well, I don't have artistic ability, or I'm not visual. Can you still help them to draw and paint?
Yes, because the way that I teach is, one, nothing is wrong, nothing is right. And
well, if it's not wrong, it's not right, what is it?
It's all objective. Art is